My name's Tony Pollock. I'm a full-time trader, and every Monday I make videos just like this to walk you through certain levels in the markets that I'm watching for the week. They're going to produce the easiest trades if you just know what to look for. And so thanks for being here. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can catch the next week's video that much easier and get notified. Also, feel free to drop a comment down below and let me know what ticker you would like me to look at for next week. The one that gets the most likes is the one that I will choose to put in the video. So let's go ahead and dive into these charts right now. Let's start with SPY. As always, I will always cover SPY. SPY is the big one that I trade. It's going to be very similar to the most stocks that you all are looking at anyways. And SPY just broke below the 20 EMA last week, but it did end up getting bought up. And one of the reasons why it got bought up was because it hit this long-term trend line. So if you look at this uptrend line right here, you'll see that that's exactly where we ended up bouncing and closing back in. Now, this thing has been holding for a long time. So could we be at the start of a very, very strong bull move? It is possible. But the one thing that I am looking at is this double top pattern that we have going up through here on a weekly chart on SPY that is causing me to be pretty hesitant. So we're at the bottom side of the channel. I ended up buying quite a few calls down here just in case we bounced. But I am also in puts that I bought up over here before we dropped. And so I'm kind of in both right now, just waiting to see what happens because that's really where these markets are at. The bulls still have a very large headwind in front of them. There is a monster resistance right up through there and right over here, right at 600. It's also a large options level. We'll look at that in a second. And it's also matching the 10 EMA on a weekly. 600 is going to be the line in the sand for this week. The bulls have to get through that. And then there's actually a few other levels that they need to push through. But I would expect 600 to get hit pretty quickly this week. And then it's a matter of what do we do? Right? Are we going to start getting some FOMO bulls and then this thing reverse and head on back down? Maybe. I doubt it, but possibly. Are we going to actually reject off of this and then come back up and fight through and get some type of price action that ends up looking like that this week? It's possible. In fact, that's what it's looking like to me. It looks a little bit more likely at this point that the bulls do follow through. I always like to look at bull scenarios though. Right? It's not about being correct. It's about being prepared for whatever scenario comes our way. So that's our bull scenario. I'm looking at 600 to let me know sentiment. If we're cutting through 600 on SPY, retest should get bought and we're going to go higher. Okay. All the way up to 610, we could be pushing into 620, 630 over the next few weeks. Okay, that's the bull scenario. For the bear scenario now, it would be a rejection off of 600. It would be the bulls trapped, meaning a strong move above 600, and then they don't hold 600 and immediately give that back, or we get a gap coming back down through. But really, the bulls are going to be here until we start closing below 582. If the low of last week gets taken out, I would expect a lot of selling to come through. That would be breaking a lot of bull structure, including this big up channel right here coming in. So if that does play out, man, it would bring 560 to 555 in the cards very, very fast this week. So be cautious of that. If you're a bear trader, mark out 582 and just wait for that to happen. If you're a bull trader, you need to be marking out 600 and waiting for that to happen. There is a really good chance that we will come back down and visit the 20 EMA on a weekly, if not this up channel again, this uptrend line right here again, to see if this is where the bulls want to try to grab some more strength if they do come up to 600 and get rejected. So keep an eye out for this type of price action. It's going to make your trading that much easier because you'll have a better idea of big levels. And so if you can understand your big levels and what to look for, now it's very easy to see momentum, right? Bears should be at 600. And so if they just get beat up, now you know how strong the bears are, jump on the momentum and go bullish. The bulls should be at 582. And so if they don't step in, now you know the momentum is bearish, jump in on the rips and short it back down. So that's the easiest way to find these setups, is to simply understand price action. First, you got to understand price action. You got to understand how to read these levels. Make sure you know what you're looking at, because a lot of people, they'll be like, oh no, 588's a strong support. It is a support, but it's nowhere near the importance of 600 or 582. And there's a lot of factors that go into that. And so until you can choose that right level, it's going to be hard to catch the big moves. You will catch some moves, but a lot of people, they struggle with trying to see which one is actually going to cause the cascading of cards, or which one's going to cause the big, large bull moves. It's these guys this week. And a lot of stuff that goes into that is just reading the sentiment behind it. Look how long these bulls tried to hold 600. And look what happened when we were down below it. This is an interaction, a spot that we've been interacting with for a long, long time. This has multiple test areas at it. The longer we are testing an area, either below it or above it, the stronger that place is going to be. Not to mention, you also start tying into different time frames. That's my second little tip I'm going to give you. That's a resistance on a daily, strong sentiment on a daily, but it also ties in with the weekly 10 EMA. It also ties in with some strong levels on the weekly chart as well for when resistance is. Like this goes all the way back to November, and it's been acting as a strong level of bullish or bearish divide for a long time. And so that's one easy way to start. Whereas 588, yes, it was a support, but there's nothing else here. There's no EMAs, there's no other sentiment levels. And then you start learning options, you start throwing in option levels. That's what really makes this strong. And so 600 is a huge call option level for this week, meaning there are a lot of open options sitting here. If we get up above this, now it's going to start to run because we're going to enter in what's called a positive gamma. It's going to start feeding on itself more and more options. And so it's going to really start to run. And that's where you get the big moves. And so you start stacking more and more of these things together, and you start to build a clear picture of where your large moves are going to be. So your call strikes, again, 600 and 605 this week. 610 is out there, but I don't think we get there. The expected move for this week is 606 on SPY. We'll see if those levels end up holding, but 600, that is the big one. Keep an eye out for that. If we do break 600, 610 might be best case scenario this week. We'll see how strong the bulls really are, but 605 to 606 would be the next big one to watch and keep an eye out. For the bear side down here, you have 590 has got a pretty good amount of puts there. So again, expect that to be support. And if it starts to break, look for larger moves coming in. Our large put areas, though, are sitting around 585. 585 has got a stacked amount of puts. The amount of bear sentiment in this market right now is monstrous. It's as if the markets have pulled back 30%. I mean, everybody is crazy, crazy bearish, which is making me lean a lot more bullish. I don't like going with the crowds. The crowds are wrong 90% of the time. I want to be looking at the opposite. I want to be playing with the smart money, not the dumb money. And the dumb money right now is loading in bearish, which means there's a pretty good chance we are going to go bullish this week on the markets. But of course, let price action show you and be your main guide. So again, 585 and 590, large put areas. We'll be looking for those to act as supports. And if they break, look for some short-term strong moves down. And even if we do start to break 585, that's right at the trend line. That's also sitting right into the bottom side of the week. It has a lot more to break. If we close strongly through 582, everybody jump on the bear wagon then, because that truly means that these bulls did not show up and these markets are about to cascade down pretty hard. I would still prefer some hourly candle closures down here. Like this could be a pretty good place for some traps to come in, but that would be extremely bearish to take out the low of last week. The next ticker that we're going to look at this week is Tesla. Tesla has some amazing setups coming. But before we jump into that, if you are interested in learning how to trade, or you already have experience but are struggling to see consistent results, we have built a completely free trading path for you to teach you what you need to know to be successful in trading. These paths are going to include free online courses to teach you how to trade, how to overcome the things that you're struggling with, and also include free personalized one-on-one coaching through Zoom with a professional trader to help you through your struggles. Our goal here at Real Life Trading is to pour value into you and to help you achieve your goals financially. And we're going to do everything we can to help you get there. So again, check out the QR code here on the screen to take advantage of that. The links are also down below in the description. Let's talk about Tesla. So Tesla is down at the bottom side of some major trend lines. We have this blue trend line coming up. So we have this big major down trend line coming through. We had volume starting to build and a really nice candle coming off the bottom side of this. So my group here in Real Life Trading, we actually sold a bull put spread. We laid into some here and I bought even more here on Friday. Or I should say sold even more here on Friday. This is a great place to start looking long. We're actually getting a nice gap up. So could Tesla be starting to reverse and bounce back up? Yes, but I'm not super optimistic quite yet. First off, we got the 200 EMA in the way here. That's going to be a pretty tough one. If this continues to go bullish, the weekly expected move is bringing us into 325. That is also a stacked resistance. So we're going to be watching this extremely closely. 310 has got a lot of calls in it, so expect this to kind of start to find some hesitation here, and that's also coming right into the 10 EMA. So there is a lot of headwind here for the bulls. There's a lot of things that they're going to have to fight their way through. So expect this to have a lot more chop, maybe even some more dips. And this could even be coming back into like 250, 240 before we start seeing any more bounces coming through. I will be looking to take some profits earlier this week on my bull put spread. With this gap up, it's going to capture a little bit more than 50% already. I'm going to get in and out, make my money on this, because there is a good chance that into this area here from 300 to 320, we are going to find some bears and potentially see some more selling this week. Now, if we do fight through this and we hold this box okay, whether we go sideways, whether we go shooting right through it, the next key areas that I'll be watching for is 325 and 330. That's pushing us up into the 20 EMA here on the daily chart. And then most likely, again, it's going to get some sort of sell-off. So I'm looking for something like this to happen for the bull scenarios, where we get a strong bull move, it gets pulled back, and then the bulls step back in. That'd be the bull scenario. The bear scenario would be something like this, where it starts to pull back down and gets rejected. No matter what, I believe we're going to see some selling in this box here this week. So be prepared for that. If you're having FOMO on this and be like, oh, I've missed Tesla, it's like, I'm 80% sure that we will get some sort of rotation this week or next week and give you a chance if this thing is really going to get moving and going bullish. So again, that is the bull scenario. It is that. The bear scenario, I still believe we're going to get some early bulls coming through, and then we'll see if it falls off this week or next week. But I would be looking to go short if I was a bear on Tesla. I don't think I would be. I think this is into a pretty nice buying spot. The bear move has already happened quite a bit. Like, it's been bearish for a long time. This is normally when everyone's like, now I'll go bearish on this. I'm like, the bears are still showing a lot of strength, but we're nearing the end of this bear move, I do believe. So into a very, very strong support on a weekly. Coming into the weekly 100, I still think that we could be getting something like this over the next few weeks, though. So just be prepared for that. I just don't think there's a huge crash on Tesla coming. Anything is possible, but this is a very strong bull demand area, and I believe if we do get down in here, it's going to look bullish. So the better play, unless you understand your risk and you're really good with your targets, the better play is to let this rotate down, miss out on the bear move, and then start looking for the bulls to step back in. Start looking for your bull structure to be built through here with price action, and then take this thing back up into all-time highs over the next 2 to 5 months, most likely on Tesla. That's what I'm personally seeing. Again, it can go lower. There are some scenarios where this could be heading down to $200, but until I see that, I won't believe it. I think there's a very, very good chance that 260 to 270 holds in this box. That's a really nice box in this box. And then we're going to see the bulls step through and run higher. So again, hope you guys enjoyed this. I make these videos every single Monday, so feel free to come check them out every single Monday to go through the levels that you need to be watching, hopefully give you some tips to help you navigate these markets a little bit more so that you're thinking correctly. Again, most people are seeing a bear move and they're like, it's time to go bearish. And when in reality, that bear move's over with. They're usually late to the party. And so I hope these videos can help you start thinking a little bit more like a professional trader and make trading easy, because trading is simple. You just need to understand what you're looking at. We make it so much harder than it has to be because we simply lack the understanding. We go after it. We start going, oh, it's bearish now, and that's the end of the bear move. Or, oh, it's bullish, and it's at the end of the bull move. And we're always on the wrong side. My mission, my goal is to help you at least start seeing things a little bit more clearly so that you can start making easier money in the markets and change your life. So again, come check us out over at Real Life Trading. Links are down below in the description. I'll also throw up another QR code here on the screen to start that trading journey. Whether you're brand new or experienced and struggling to see consistent profits, whatever, we've got a path built out for you to show you step by step of exactly what you need to do to start seeing success and learn how to trade. Love you all. I'll see you next week.